first loss of the season. So yeah, all 3 points for HKN to win it. LEGO literally just need a point.
If you have just joined us here on Team Fortress TV, this is our coverage of the last game of the ETF2L Season 19, powered by TT Esports Division 1. There is another game actually happening tonight, but this is the important one. It's Week 7, it's Hello Kitty Ninjas versus LEGO. Pro Viaduct just went in favour of HKN, an intense 3-2 victory, and we're going to Badlands. This is the game that decides the standings, the top two, and those are the only two places that matter in Division 1. The team that finishes first is going to get 6 TT Esports mouse pads, and they get automatic qualification to the much-hyped Season 20 Premiership, whilst the team that finishes second has to go and play the mighty Cool Clan to try and get into the Prem, but they don't get anything else for their troubles, just the bitter taste of defeat, I guess.
I'm just still trying to decipher these logs into a way that makes sense. But no, I can't really see a lot. All the stats really go in favour of LEGO, except for maybe AST's stats. It's a puzzler.
Yeah,
I guess they just won the crucial fights at the end. Like, it was crucial. You know when we were talking about when LEGO would come and they'd get the force every time? I think was it in the 4th round? They kept coming and they kept forcing Pablo, but they never got any cap time out of it. So even though they probably got a lot of frags for their suicide wave and for a result they wanted, they never actually turned that into time on the clock, which really on Viaduct is what's going to win you the game.
I'm trying to look as well at the worst performances here, and Crizzle is sort of down near the bottom. He 24 frags, 21 deaths, 200 damage per minute. Rusty only got 12 frags, 18 deaths, but he put out a decent amount of damage for his team. At least he was second, just behind his scout. But like, we didn't expect him to do big damage numbers, but it seemed to be. Yeah, I'm gonna blame Crizzle. How about that? I was just to blame him when he played Roamer. I'm gonna blame him now he's playing Scout too. I'm just a big bully.
All I can think is, you know, like sort of halfway through that map, HN started matching LEGO with the 2 scouts, 1 sniper, 1 soldier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was like, if no stat, the reason the stats are so warped is because before they made that switch up, LEGO were being pretty dominant. You know, when it was 2-1 to LEGO, and then we were in that 3rd round, and it looked like LEGO were going to take it. But that was just before I think HKM made the switch up to match them, and from that point on, HKM were a lot more competitive, even dominant in the 5th and final round. I'm going to put it down to a tactical change.
A game of 2 halves, you're saying, you know?
Yeah.
Just a big night and day switch up.
But now we're going to Badlands, which I don't know if we're going to see. You know, you talked before how they're both maybe more passive, but you don't really get the option to do that much on Viaduct. But it'll be interesting to see how they fare on Badlands, where there's a little bit more option to slow it down, play for the picks, and all of that.
From what I've seen, like, I suppose I'm thinking of LEGO from last season at least, that it wasn't just that they liked to play passive, but even whenever they had the advantages, they didn't push. But I see HKN more like a team like Planet Express that will sit back and like let you give them free picks, then push. Like whenever they push, they're decisive. Like they know when to push and they commit. But it's going to be interesting to see what this new LEGO has. Like I say new, I haven't actually seen them play any games this season, so it's just new to me. But I'm interested to see what happens on the quintessential Sixes map. It's Badlands, baby. Doesn't get any better than this, CX.
Yeah, Viaduct and Badlands, pretty good Week 7 we have. And I think we've just got a message saying we're going live soon. Yeah, live in about 15 seconds. Here we go, in fact. This is the second map of the ETF2L Week 7 Div 1 fixture between LEGO and Hello Kitty Ninjas. We're going to see LEGO on red as always, and HKN on blue. Going to mid here on Badlands. HKN need all 3 points to win the division right now. As we go to the first middle, it looks like HKM coming up their own slope. Going to try and focus down this scout behind. They're going to force him out of the fight, but if the LEGO soldiers arrive, put a load of pressure on them. They're trying to go across point, but here comes the counter bomb from the soldier. Josh is going to take down Phil. Forces them all out. Pablo has survived the entire time. There's just 2 scouts left alive, but they're both low on health and they're separated as well. I think Crizzle's just stuck behind. He's going to go for a hero play, maybe. That didn't get very far.
Yeah, really nice execution there from HKN. I mean, Josh rolled out fast and then just hit on that little tin roof on the shithouse, the closet there, and waited for the call from his team. Jumped in at the perfect moment, managed to get enough rockets onto Dr. Phil to end his life. That leaves his medic Pablo with a huge Uber advantage here. Right now he's trying to keep Celenti's pocket alive, but F2 gonna find him with a sticky there onto the spire. But Pablo seems like he wants to commit here with Rusty. He's taking huge damage, down to 20 health here, still catching rockets from the balcony. Pablo refuses to pop, but the longer they wait, the more of a swing there's going to be here when the Ubers get traded if they don't manage to kill off Phil. And they have popped, but it's 4 on 4 here, and it looks like F2 he's thinking about blocking the spire. He's going to peek. Crizzle's getting the intel for him, telling him it's safe to come out. F2's going to focus that scout, and immediately he drops off the point, and they've stopped capping. They're buying vital seconds here for possible push. Pablo's gone down to Crizzle, coming in on the flank, kills off Iron B as well. And still Dr. Phil is alive, despite having been pressured briefly there in the lobby by Josh. Killed him off with his own crossbow, man.
Yeah, Dr. Phil went all the way down to sort of under 20 HP, but gets that crossbow shot in time as they missed the last rocket. They're now going to push forward into mid, but Celentis is waiting on the shithouse. He's going to cut around, but Dr. Phil was ready. He's baited him out. Goes down to 100 health, but Hellberg and Natural will help clean that one up. And Dr. Phil preserves his 100% advantage. Telegraphed that bomb. Knew exactly where it was going to come from. And now it's up to Pablo, Rusty, and the rest of his team to try and hold from balcony, but it looks like Lego are already powering through resupply. Loads of damage onto Rusty, just forcing him back here. All the heavies from Lego moving as one, and they're just going to take over Spire pretty confidently, and it looks like we want to keep powering forward here. Both soldiers going through, but they're trying to separate Dr. Phil with spam, but can't quite. They're trying to establish a forward hold here, but the combo's already in behind. It's going to take the Uber in, but he's going to get the one isolated scout, but there's not a lot else for him to get on to. And now I think they're just going to go for a non-Ubered pick, non-Ubered push off that one pick. Pablo's awfully close to Uber, he should get it in time, but cap time has started and they can't drop in time. The stickies were cleared from the point. I think Crizzle was the sacrificial lamb, and that opened it up, and they're able to cap it out before anyone can even do anything off HKN.
Sort of a classic mistake there. Like, they're thinking, oh yeah, we've got Uber advantage, we've got to be in a position to push. They're trying to hold close, but they've all taken their eyes off the point there, and they just got abused by Ronnie O'Sullivan with that cheeky little cap there, despite the Uber situations. Onto the second mid though, and it's going to be a Valley rollout from HKN. They've committed both shoulders to the shithouse. They've got a bomb through here. They're putting big pressure onto F2. That last rocket from Josh is going to catch him. And right now they've just divided and are attempting to conquer the remaining Lego players. 3 down right now for Lego. Iron B just about to die for HKN. He was the first one to go down, even though the middle was already won. It's going to be a complete wipe there. 6 traded for 1. You take that any day, CX.
Dominant, yeah. Pablo with some really nice work as well. The soldier bomb came in kind of late from Lego, but Pablo just made him miss all his rockets and survived. And now we're going to have a full Uber advantage to last, and this should be a pretty easy conversion, given that Dr. Phil's only going to start spawning now and buffing these players. And it looks like HKN are ready to push straight away through this top left area.
So then he's taking a peek onto main there. It's actually going to be the Scout and Demo taking the lead here. That's the counter to that Pyro hold, but Ronnie O'Sullivan manages to mash that right mouse button enough times to deny them their Uber charge. They've lost 3-4 players.
Oh, Crizzle. Yeah, they took so long to kill that Pyro, just set it, and they couldn't hit Crizzle quickly enough, and it's just going to set him up. Celentes is still in here trying to make a play, but he's on such low health, he's surely going to get picked. He's still kind of behind, still trying to make a play. He's going to go back for the same door for the same play, but he's got to make his way through a heavy. Going to be interesting. There's a scout behind him as well. He will go down, but he maybe has pulled enough of the Lego players back to allow HKN to block this, and they are even attempting to block. Yeah, they've got another player behind as well, a scout now, who's going to pick off F2, and really nice play from Celentes there to buy his team so much time to hold on to that Spire.
Yeah, Lego tripping up over their own feet there, didn't know which way to look, ended up losing a couple of players, and F2 right at the end there. I mean, HKN could start walking into lobby knowing that there's no demo man, but they've decided to sit back and build. They're not going to take any risks here. And the setup and defense for Lego right now, they've actually switched off those utility classes. They're going to be running 2 scouts, 2 soldiers, a demo, and a medic. It's cookie cutter, but they're sort of thinking they're in 2 minds here. They're trying to go forward to the lobby, see about a forward hold, but they've decided to sit back. And now we're going to see Ronnie O'Sullivan switch up to that scope again.
Yeah, they've taken over top lobby here, HKN. They're just going to take their time. They threw away their last Uber advantage push, but they don't have any utilities to worry about other than Hellberg on Sniper. They're going to come and pop Uber's top left. They're actually going to get the Sniper pick. Free pick for them there, then they're going to get out. They find a way to pick Grizzle on the flank as well. Zen's going to try and put some pressure on, but all he's going to really achieve is catching a load of spam. He's got both soldiers weak, maybe that'll be enough to delay them, but they've still got the numbers advantage. Rushy's going to swap over to main, try and make his ways through there. In comes the scout top left, Heavy comes out from natural, it might be too little too late. They force F2 away from the point, and then AST and Josh get on it, cap it out. Much more confident push there. Maybe Lego should have stuck to the utilities.
Yeah, I think Dr. Phil missed a trick there. Should have definitely saved the sniper. Like, there was no point in saving or just focusing the Uber in his pocket and trying to push out, because like there had been no damage done. It wasn't really the wisest move. Even a Crizzle down in the flank, it was just disastrous. But 1-1 here as we go to the third middle, and a little delayed Valley Roller, it seems, from the HKN side, has yielded 3 frags as Ronnie, Crizzle and Zen all go down. But it's getting close here. Iron B's up top fighting on his own. Phil wants to go in and heal F2.
He's at the wrong choke.
Oh, he's at the wrong choke.
I was just thinking the same as you.
Like, going in.
It's gonna be really difficult for him to fall back here, and then I realised it was nigh impossible, being all the way at the enemy choke on 50 HP. Pablo survives again, and the Silentus and Josh just seem to be getting better of Natural and Zen right now. I think Zen's still trying to play like a bit more of a traditional pocket role on these mids, but Silentus and Josh just both have free reign and they just go together as well, and it's causing such problems for Lego. And now we see the off-classing from Lego, the Highlander defense, Pyro, then Engineer, then Heavy, all in a row. It's like, remember that show Gladiators? It's kind of like that. They get past the first hurdle. The Sentry's going to go down now. Just one more hurdle to get past their Heavy weapons guy, but he's still on 200 HP. They force him back into sport. They're going to try and force the debt as well. They're going to get on the point. They run the gauntlet of Highlander, killed them all, and are going to take the lead for the first time on Badlands.
Oh man, the gauntlet, yeah, I remember it well. I'm gonna watch the perspective of Josh on this next middle. Been watching them in a few minutes, but as they are 2-1 up now, I'm watching HKN roll out through Valley. Josh is going to move up towards the shithouse on his own. He's got Silentes as well, so they're looking for that double soldier bomb perhaps. Silentes jumps forward to join his scouts in the enemy train. Both teams have traded sides here, but Pablo's just going to stay in the Valley and not commit. Natural tries to go behind but gets denied by Ast. He's going to get another frag onto Ronnie as they just drop the hammer here and move forward onto those Lego players who were just sort of sitting back and watching Natural die there and didn't know exactly what to do. They were trapped in enemy territory as well, but they have all died, and a very long spawn there for Crizzle dying right at the end, 20 seconds, but they will definitely not be able to contest the Spire. Another strong middle demonstrated by Hello Kitty Ninjas.
Yeah, Josh has this great ability to just kind of bomb in, but then just stay alive for like a really awkward amount of time, and just force a lot of ammo and resources to be wasted on him, which just make it easy for AST, Rusty, and IMB to walk forward with Pablo and get sort of the easy damage, you know, when players are unloaded and their heads are turned. And now we're going to Uber in with Scout and Demo, and that sentry's going to last no more than a second. They come out with a delayed Heavy from Natural, but he can't even really get out of sport. The Stickies are still all over a point, but the debt is going to be baited now. Soldier's going to get on it, he's super low, they're getting a lot of frags, they're going to try and focus for point, but there's so many Lego players on it. It's just Pablo left alive. He gets a fadeaway arrow on Crizzle before he decides to leave, and he should be able to escape here as well. Nice work from Pablo, but because they defend that without Uber, Dr. Phil survives and is going to have a full Uber advantage to push with. Last time I had this, HKN did some really nice work with Silentus and AST to delay the push. Let's see if they can do the same thing here.
Big plays from F2 up in that tube. He'd clearly been watching Dr. Phil's demos from last season, but he knew when to drop down. He blocked the point. It's still partially capped, but there's no scouts, no shenanigans going on here as they're using 6 to defend. But Iron B and Josh are making a play down main. It's only Natural and last. He needs to stand on the point. Josh! Oh, he makes the opening for his scout AST to come in there. Or sorry, Iron B. And they have taken another quick round here, and Lego could be falling apart. Is this the throw? Dr. Phil threatened that they would throw the game to stay in Div 1, but I don't know what I'm saying here, CX.
I don't know, it was really weird. It just seemed so easy for the HKM players to get behind there, and that group really couldn't do much in the 2v1 against Last. We're going to go to another mid right now. Rusty coming balcony, and both soldiers playing from shithouse here for HKM. One's going to go aggressive, then the other's going to go aggressive. Not a whole lot of damage really, and there's no real follow-up on it either. Rusty's been taken down. Pablo's going to go down just for 2 scouts left. AST has no help, just I and B right there. The spam's going to come over as well. I don't think any of them are going to connect. IMB will survive, but he's a lone figure against the Advance and Lego team, all coming through choke to get onto that point. And I think they're going to have to settle for last here. And it's Silentus on Spy. He's on balcony.
I like it.
He's on drop down. He took some full damage so they could hear him come in. He's right behind the medic. F2 had stickies on the door.
Blind debt. That was just random, right?
F2, that's his old medic. That's the medic's like 6th sense for a spy behind him. He has it not just for himself, but for his own medic as well. And they're going to Uber him through main air thanks to that blind. F2's going to get dropped out of the Uber boat to Sticky, and Lego really haven't made much of a dent into this play. But a scout's just going to run on point and steal it for them. The defense looks so strong. It looked like a really flop of a push from Lego, but Hellberg just sneaks onto the point. Whatever happened to stickies on the point?
Oh man, that's so passé now. Who would put stickies on the point? Oh, I can't believe that Cedric didn't even go down. That was an absolute disastrous push. TF2 diarrhea there, but the scout runner on the point saved the day. And looking at the position of Lego, seems they want to play around their own train again and allow the soldiers to bomb in. But Josh chooses to come under, but unfortunately his timing's slightly off there, and Zenon's going to be able to deal with him very quickly. And Lego's soaking up the damage here, finding the frags. Pablo's gone down as well. Natural waited for his moment, came in there, killed off that Polish medic from HKN, the Zimbabwe team, and only Rusty's left alive here. He's looking for a huge frag, but he can't find one.
Yeah, nice work from Zen, just sort of absorbing that HKN aggression there. I think he got 3 or 4 in total there. And Lego seems to have figured out the HKM mids right now, so I think they need to try something different.
Yeah, man.
It looks like they're going to go for their version of sort of a Highlander defense right now. Pyro and Engineer on the field. Let's see if Rusty can remember to Sticky point this time. There we go, Sticky's on the point. Hopefully that should help their defense last a little bit longer this time. It's going to be a bottom right push. They're going to push right underneath this sentry. They're going to Uber through the door. Soldier's gone really deep into the pyro. They're not going to get caught though. We've all gone different directions. Surely now that has to be a throw push. They all
need
went
to stop pushing blind.
Medic, Zemo and Soldier just like, I think F2 went behind the point, Dr. Phil went across the point, Natural just jumped, was it Natural or Zen even? It just jumped ahead all the way straight into a pyro to get reflected into the ceiling. The push falls apart, now HKN are at full strength and nearly at full Uber, and it looks like they want to lead it out on the balcony side here. Silentus actually dropping down to trash to lead this push out. Lots of Lego players on the pod. Silentus has taken it there by himself though. He's going to need some backup from his team. I think his team are waiting for Silentus to take this Uber pretty deep. They're going to Uber now, but Lego are so far back. Silentus can't really chase now because his medic's still trying to play catch up. They do force Lego out, but at the cost of their entire Uber advantage. I feel like they could have risked that, you know, like just kept walking forward unubered, because it looked like Lego were ready to concede the ground. But since they popped, it's now going to be Lego's turn for the aggression, and it looks like a resupply push.
Oh, and they managed to isolate 2 there. Iron B couldn't make it into the spawn, but Josh did make it in, but was denied by another rocket through the door from Natural there, and 2 frags on the flank. A little bit sloppy there from HKN. F2 goes down to Ast, but it won't matter as Rusty's gone down. There's no stickies on the point. Lego can bully them here. Natural's going to jump top right as Zen comes in top left. Natural versus Josh. Now that Selendis jumps up to help him as well, but Ronnie O'Sullivan's there to get the cleanup frags. Those 2 weak soldiers down, but it's not worked out. The heavy coming out there from HKN was enough to own that right hand side in the defender's perspective, but everyone else just seemed to sort of suck out or pussy out. FD and Dr. Phil backing out through Valley. They're not even going to try and deny this scout. Is it going to be a free cap here?
Well, Rusty's with him as well, but F2's going to jump deep. F2 doesn't want to give up the cap. Forces 1 scout for it. The Uber's popped at choke, and Rusty's actually going to get 2 picked. Both scouts for him. F2's going to leave sort of back through Haunter as Rusty tries to come back to help him. But those 2 scout picks should mean they can keep this aggression going, and they're either going to want to force Dr. Phil as he's nearly got
look at Iron V and George still coming in for behind. George is in on
Phil. Oh. They do give a force. Dr. Phil just about gets his Uber as he goes down to 20 HP. But Zen's now got a lot to do with this Uber. Natural's already in deep, and the soldiers from Lego, Zen and Natural combining, going to get 4 between them. AST's going to get 1 revenge kill, but it doesn't really matter as he's the last man alive. Really nice aggression. I really like the aggression from especially from the flank there of HKN to get the force. But Natural and Zen's DM just really came out trumps there. Made really good use of that kind of defensive Uber.
Yeah, Lego a little bit slow with the push here, but they have managed to make it in on time. Oh, they're just going to strong arm the point there. Crizzle got so much time on it, but then Zen stepped on as well. And he managed to claim that one for Lego, taking it to 3-3 here. This is turning into a pretty incredible series. There's 13 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock here, CX, as we go to the 7th mid-fight.
Yeah, tied up 3-3. Both them and men go in balcony. And it looks like a full shithouse stack from HKN. Here comes the aggressive soldiers. Airshot's going to be traded. Scout's going to be traded. The Scout and Soldiers traded as well. But Pablo can't really get up in the shithouse area, and they've lost all the high ground right now. But even though they've got traded pretty good frags, but it's 3 versus 2. Demoman and Scout versus just Demoman.
I don't think HKN understand what's going on in these mids. Like, Lego have read that they do this double soldier aggression and they're just sitting back. Like, F2's playing for the house, he's just spamming damage onto that train, and the scouts are getting a good opportunity to clean up there. And then Natural, whereas he was down early in a lot of their previous mids, he's just waiting and waiting for that moment when HKN commit. But whereas Lego read the difference and made the adaptation, HKN have done the same thing and failed in the last 3 mids.
Yeah, it's like you said, no real adaptation, no real change, and now it looks like it's going to go for a single soldier bomb onto the medic right now. Pablo's going to serve one, he has to pop though as that rocket just whizzed past his head. Now HKN have a lot to do with not a lot of Uber, but Dr. Phil is ready to pop. He wants to take this Uber aggressively, but the soldiers, Silentis has actually distracted the entire Lego team there, and it's just delayed the aggression. They're going to try and come through, but Zen gets completely denied. They're all coming through choke, but this rocket spam from Spire, from Josh, is really pinning them back. And Lego are going to have to concede back to mid, but after all of that, it's only a 1-for-1 trade. Josh is going to try and go in, but sort of just throws himself into a brick wall of the Lego defense. The Scout's going to try and come in as well. They did a pretty good job of forcing them back right now, but Natural's going to get an arrow from underneath and walk up underneath. He could get some nice damage. Now Pablo's going to get launched forward on low health. He goes down. Now we're going to keep trying to trade right now, but it looks really under control from Lego. Nice work from the soldiers as well to force them out. Hellberg and Zen with the cleanup frags, and it looks HKN maybe just trying to force the issue for no reason there. Yeah, they're probably getting a little bit frustrated. Their earlier success has been for now. Josh is coming in from behind though. He's going to jump onto the... Oh! Everybody turned around to deal with that one. And no real distraction from his teammates. Josh couldn't find the opening. Rusty's holding bottom left here with a little sticky trap. Gets Zen down to 20 before he gets the kit and gets healed up again. But it's all hands on deck here for HKN. They've got a pyro up top. They're trying to do their best to weather this Uber storm as Zen comes in with Natural as well. Both soldiers jumping up to different sides, but they're creating an opening here. Ronnie O'Sullivan trying to come in, but AST is destroying him. Rusty's going to get that frag, then kills Crizzle on the point as well. Omnipresent Demoman holding on for dear life here. Only 3 players left alive for Lego, but Natural's the last man in as F2 and Phil back out. Really nice from Rusty on that defense. Just damage exactly where it needed to be at all points. As well as covering the point, he also got damage out and helped his team clean up kill. And now he's going to sort of spearhead this push, walking straight into this scout. He's got backup from Josh right there. They're going to spam out this sniper. Hellberg can't even get scoped up before he gets spammed down. They're going to cap this for free, and I think they want to go house already here. Both soldiers coming out. Dr. Phil backing up to his own train now. Dr. Phil at that house, ready to get out. The soldier spam's going to force him. They're going to all try and scatter. F2's in a whole lot of trouble, though. He's going to get taken down. But the soldiers from Lego did a pretty good job of escape. AST is just strongman his way through. Natural's got the defensive rocket to stop him getting any more, though. But here comes the aggressive soldier. Nade spam coming in, rocket spam coming in. And the aggression from HKN is big. Maybe Pablo's in trouble now, down to 90 health. The soldiers are chasing. Rusty's not going to get out. Natural and Zen combining again. The soldier combo from Lego just really punishing this aggression from HKN. Yeah, I felt like I was watching b-ball for a second there. These 2 soldiers going ham, but they will
hold on there and push back. They're going to retake that midpoint, and they're not even that far behind in the Uber game here. It's about 25% in it. A little lead for Pablo, but he's still 30% away from getting it. And Natural jumped in, he's taken eyes away onto the Spire, but he's going to die. He's paid the ultimate price there. But F2 turns around, destroys AST up there. Zen onto Josh as well, means it's actually a man advantage here for LEGO, but they are still at that Uber disadvantage, but it's just dwindling away here. They've managed to just bully them out, take Spire, and set themselves up in an equal Uber situation here on last.
Yeah, that pipe from F2 was so important, because he was kind of alone on Spire, and that scout could have picked him off and really just opened the door for the for HKN to come back in with their slight Uber advantage. But that pipe just absolutely shut down any sort of chance HKN had of going in.
A Spy?
Natural on Spy. Going straight down main. No one's seen him so far. He's going to uncloak pretty close. I think he might be heard from him. He's just waiting for the distraction spam, I think, to come in. He's going to back it off so he's not within earshot for the uncloak. But I don't know what he's waiting for. Just a distraction. Meanwhile, IMB's gone Spy as well. No? I don't know. He's just gone Spy to check for crits or something.
Probably.
I think they're a little bit confused as to why LEGO have a push, and that might have given away the game that there are spies. You can see IMB coming down. Actually, I think he's just clearing sticky. Natural's still behind. LEGO going for the really long con, and Josh dies to some nade spam in the meantime. Still Natural doesn't go. The Ubers are going to be popped. I don't know if Natural's going to wait this out for a play for the point right at the end. We're going to come in and trade Ubers. Natural still hasn't moved. He's going to move. No, he still hasn't moved. Crizzle goes down in the meantime. Players being traded. Now he comes in for the stab on the med, but they turn around in time. Natural waited so long, and he does actually. He might actually open the door here. And in comes Zen. Zen gets two. Natural gets Selectors instead. AST is going to kill the person on the point, but it's not going to matter. I think I'll have too many resources. And that spy distraction opened the door. Nice work from Zen. It's not called or communicated or something, and somehow Natural gets a backstab on the pocket soldier on the other side. And they just, yeah, it just worked out really nicely for LEGO there.
Yeah, man, that Zen and Natural chemistry, even though they weren't both soldier that time, seemed to work out for them. Not entirely sure what Natural's plan was, but hey, they won the round and they come into this middle 4-3 in the lead. Ready to deny the dreams of HKN. Aggression coming in on the red shithouse from the blue team. HKN, they managed to push LEGO right back into their house there. Natural's going to be the last man alive, having just killed off Salintes. He's going to jump back to his own respawn and spawn back to last. He's going to go NG. They're setting up for that defense as quickly as possible, but that means they're going to be missing a soldier here, so we might see that full Highlander off class again.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Here come the spawns in, and I see a heavy, I see a pyro, I see an engineer. They all go in top left as well. Yeah, I think the gauntlet's being set up again on this top left side.
There's Wolf and Falcon.
Yeah. Pablo Falcon.
Rhino, big Rhino, he's tough to get past, man. all cokeheads and
steroid abusers.
Just monkeys,
yeah. Here we go, top left. They're going to take up the whole gauntlet in one time. They can go down. They're forced to swap off. One scout's going to sack for a point. Both scouts going to sack for a point. Soldier's going to sack for a point. That's maybe overcommittal. Rusty's coming in, but they're going to try and stack for a point. It's just Rusty. 2 HP scout. He's going to kill everyone. Everyone's down the points and nipple hair away. I can't believe it.
It's a total knockout. Double knockout. Everybody's dead.
The point was so close. I can't believe it.
Oh,
the spy is coming out. Yeah, Salenta's obviously going to go for the spy on the point. Just going to try the quick uncloak. Really going to test F2's trigger finger, but it might not matter as Crizzle's just going to be heavy weapons on the point. LEGO do not want to give this up. The sentry's going up. The pyro's going up. Pablo does have a slight Uber advantage due to dying earlier. The spy going on the point. He goes for a heavy. He gets stabbed at death in time. Dr. Phil drops to the point. They're still trying to pressure it, but the sentry. Oh, where'd he come from?
Just runs in, bottom right, on the attacking perspective and steps on the point, giving them a round to draw it up 4-4-5 minutes on the clock. Intense.
What a game this is. Obviously, in case you are unaware, HKN need all 3 points to beat LEGO. If LEGO get any points, they will remain at the top of Division 1 and be forced the horrible privilege of playing in Prem next season. As we go into this next mid, HKN stacking the shithouse again. Rusty's going to give a frag onto F2. Soldier's going really aggressive. Another bomb from Salentes. Rusty's going to jump round as well. Great aggression from the shithouse right there. Pablo didn't come up till late. but they just kept jumping. Really nice rotation of the jumps from all three heavy classes there.
I think F2 shouldn't be putting himself in the danger zone like that. It was working much better when he was playing sort of defensively from house or even farther back. But like he was just standing there alone with no cover, and they got smashed. I thought Lego knew what they were doing, but the last few medals suggest that maybe they didn't know what the reason they were winning was. But now it's Uber versus Uber, and we're going to see Lego with a few off classes, but no Sentry this time at least.
No, it looks like they're just going for the defensive sniper. Hellberg going for that entry pick. And it looks like HK just going to go in for single soldier here. Yeah, just going to force for trade, get the Ubers out of the way. I imagine Ben's just going to go for some kind of repush, but Zen's going to try and play this aggressive, try and put out too much damage to allow them to repush. And he does a pretty good job of avoiding most of this damage, only taking a couple of hundred damage considering how much spam was there. Silentis is not going to be able to get out of that situation either due to all the damage he took. And Lego holds strong. But because HKN got that round previously, it's 4-4. Lego also need to cap a round, but I don't know if Lego are just going to be happy to sit here. 3 minutes 20 seconds left. Sit here and get yourself a golden cap, because if they get a golden cap, they win. They win the season. All they need to do is earn 1 point here, and they win. So it's really the onus is really on HKN to find a way through in this Lego defense.
Here comes the spy of Silentes. Is he just going to go straight for the point? No, looks like he's coming up behind the medic. He has decloaked. Phil sees something. He realizes the jig is up for Silentes here. He's going to get smashed by Zen there. But every play they make like this, every low risk play, just keeps running that clock down. And now they're short-handed here. If they want to go for the Uber trade, it could end poorly. But I noticed in the last Uber push, like there was great discipline from the rest of their team. Nobody was putting themselves in danger. Everybody stayed alive, kept their health up. But Zen did a good job of just bullying them out.
I think I know what they're going for now, because let's just come back on heavy. So I imagine it's going to be an Uber exchange followed by a heavy repush on like the top right or the top left. Here comes the Uber exchange right now. We're going to get the Uber popped off. So this is going to have to go a different way. Zen's going to try and chase him down. He's going to come into top lobby right now. But the heavy's waiting for the repush. We just need to clear these sticks. They're all trying to come through in this top area, though. They need a bit of a distraction. And it looks like here comes Josh through main. He would be the distraction. Heavy's trying to come in top left. They sandwich for combo, but Josh gets taken down by a body shot. They're going to try and run in on the point, but they're losing a lot of people right now. Scout's still in, but he's going to get taken down. Zen cleaning up a lot of the frags, but Heavy's going to try and repush, but there's not enough resources. Pablo might get caught out here. Scout's on him, but the Heavy's trying to defend him. Pablo's waiting for his Heavy, trying to get up, but I think he just needs to leave Silentes to die. Actually going to give him an arrow. And Lego going to put 1 minute 40 seconds left. They're just going to hold last for Lego have parked the bus.
Yeah, I thought we were back in 2009 for a minute there with Dignitas Messina coming in with this heavy play from the hold outside last, but it didn't work for them, and now it's going to be Uber versus Uber, but that clock keeps ticking down. Every unsuccessful play is seconds closer to Lego winning. They're going to come in here with the charge. They're looking to focus to the side away from the combo there, but everybody from Lego just backs out into the respawn. Now the counter Uber's coming in. Josh actually gets a fortunate bounce there, manages to just survive up top, but Crizzle's been in behind and killed off Pablo. F2 got Rusty Natural and Ronnie combining to kill off Ast and Iron B. Both scouts down there eliminating that back cap threat. But Josh is still around there in the lobby, and he's been spotted out by Ronnie. He's going to be able to win that one-on-one in those confined close quarters, but he's not going to be able to put any time on that point, and that is just disastrous for HKN. 40 seconds left, not even time for an Uber.
No, they're going to have to go for a non-Ubered push right now. It looks like they're getting all their players in. They're just walking through main. They're just going to go for trade right now. Hellberg scopes up. Soldier's going to jump in, come flying in top left. Puts a bit of spam down, lots of it onto Dr. Phil. The rest of his team are coming, but a bit delayed. They're going to try and force their way in. The Heavy's dropped to the point though, and frags are being traded either way, but the health looks better. Then Rusty's trying to come in main. He's got a lot of damage on that Heavy, but he needs someone else to come in from a different angle. He's going to try and force his way in top, hit the Scout. Trying to finish the Scout top left. He's making a meal of it though. Meanwhile, Rusty and Pablo get taken out. He's going to get F2, but the time's going to expire. 4-4. We're going to go to a golden cap. But Lego have done enough to earn themselves the Div 1 championship.
Oh my god, that was
that was intense.
Crazy. Yeah, like HKN should have taken that, man. They managed to keep their medic alive. Phil That bomb in from Josh almost got Phil, but like he just walked forward into a sticky after that. But if HKN had just sat back there for a few seconds and played around the hills more and just played with the medic, but they went in and took a couple of 1v1s. They needed to be a lot more prompt there, a lot more on point. But let's take a look at the logs maybe before we go to this golden cap.
Big performance from Zen. I think both, you saw it on middle and you saw it on last, just his cleanup of everything was really on point. Hitting a lot of shots, you can see it as well, Dr. Phil, with 3 less deaths. Really strong pocket play from Zen. Considering it's not his main class either.
12k damage, decent. On only 32% of the heals. See your heart out, Zeb, as no 40% required. Yeah, I'm just looking at the kills and assists per death stat as well. Dr. Phil getting a lot of assists, only dying 7 times, topping that. Along with the Zen, obviously that reflects their strong pocket play. But in terms of who was underperforming, Josh with a lot of deaths there. He had a good start to the game, but at the end he had
good middles. Like a lot of the time with the middle, I think there's only one middle he was completely ineffective, really. But the rest of them, he seemed to have some pretty nice play. I don't know. I feel with like Salintus and Josh, they both play like quite an aggressive soldier role. You know, really setting it up for everyone else. So maybe even though they have kind of low KADs, it's maybe not actually that poor a reflection of what they should have. But maybe everyone else's KAD should be a little bit inflated because of how
considering it was like 6-3 in favour of Lego in terms of middles. I think HKN did a pretty incredible job of taking it to a 4-4 game and a golden cap. Do stay with us here, of course, guys. Even though HKN's dreams of finishing first might have been dashed, they can still save some face here and try and claim more points from Lego. Just make that photo finish look a little bit closer.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to watch. Like, even though obviously they can't take the championship, they can sort of have like the moral victory, you know, after beating them in the head-to-head. Because obviously they took that last map completely, so they can have that. Have you been doing a lot of note-taking on HKM then? Have you been writing down who to take out? As I think we go live actually, ads.
Yeah, I'm going to check out the F2 cam on the way to mid. Oh, and I picked a great one as he just face plants into the stairs there, loses all momentum. He's going to be pretty slow to middle, but he's going balcony anyway. It doesn't matter, he'll have that relative protection. He hasn't done much damage here. He's just going to sit back and play with his team around the train. He's spamming from window as they're trying to create that kill zone there. Josh has just stepped into Dr. Phil though as everybody left him alone. He finds a frag onto Crizzle as well before he goes down to F2. But Pablo has remained alive here, and as this engagement continues to happen, they'll be able to heal up more and more, and they will win out there. F2's going to spam a few pipes over the point onto middle, but Ronnie O'Sullivan's going to go in.
Behind. He's coming in, he's going in hot. I think he was going for the medic instead of the demo man, even though the demo man was weak. He didn't
should have blocked the point or something, man. Take the scout one-on-one.
Yeah, Pablo really kind of a combination of fortunate and well played to survive there in middle. Makes the Roman miss his rockets. Down to 50 HP, like the skill sticks come out, and Rusty kills him with a roller by complete fluke to stop him getting the melee kill on his medic. But that survival is going to give him this full uber advantage push to last. They're going to go straight in with the demo map. No off-classing as such. They've not got a lot of frags, but they're going to try and open up a point. Just a 1-for-1 trade so far. No stickies on the point. Scam's going to go on at F2's going to try and drop. Natural's going to come down from above. Lots of pressure from Salentis still on top, but he, by himself, he's going to meet up with his medic. He's going to take on the world right now. He should just go onto the point. He's got the high ground again on the other side and has regrouped with his medic, the old switcheroo from side to side. He will go down eventually. Maybe if Salentis was just a little bit more patient with the high ground there, he could have cleaned that all up and made himself look like a hero.
Either that, man, or just like step on the point. He had so much health there. He had 300 at a brief second when he was up top. Like you say, either just stay there and rain the damage down on those low players, or just force them to come to you on the point. But it didn't happen. Now Lego are looking at pushing out here. They have that uber advantage, but this is not something we often see from Lego. Josh and Soletti's going to go down. Ronnie O'Sullivan back on the field. The Uber is going to be pretty much neck and neck, but Lego might be able to cap here.
Yeah, they're going to force it out. They've got no soldiers, so it's going to be difficult for them to negate that high ground, but they do give a force off onto Phil. Zen's going to try and go deep, but he lands on a sticky before he can get met. And the counter pop's going to come out from Rusty. He could do with a little bit of assistance. He's going to jump up to Spy, and that might be a mistake as the point's already capped. They're going to try and come through, but Lego are doing a good job of spreading up. They're going to pick off Rusty, pick off Iron, but they have got a lot of low ground. It's just going to turn to a meat grinder on main with AST behind. AST wants to scout one-on-one in trash as well. Natural goes up to try and block the point, but there's too many people for a HKN on there, and it's just F2 alive. I think he's going to get the resupply. He's got stickies on point, more or less. Maybe not the best stickies ever on point, but hopefully they'll do enough of a job, and it looks like HKN don't actually want to go early. They just want to play the Uber advantage game. Yeah,
playing it very safe here. They're going to sit back, build that charge. Nobody going ahead to try and find any frags here. AST's up at up in the lobby there, just taking a look, but what classes are Lego going to run? Running Sullivan on Sniper as you would expect, but no Sentry even though they've had the time. Nitro's going to die there to Josh, and another 10 seconds before he's up. We might see that push happen momentarily. They have that charge, they're about to come in, and immediately Zen is getting focused down. Both soldiers down here from Lego. A lot of spam potential missing, no big high health players to block that point. The scouts are trying to go huge. Johnny O'Sullivan throws himself on that point. F2 still alive though, but he's looking the wrong way. Scout steps to the point. Phil saves it. Pablo, the last man alive.
He's going to run for the point. He gets one slice. He gets the arrow on F2. The scout's really low. He's going to run for the point on the sword. Crizzle just about lands the pistol shots in time. Ballsy play from Pablo, and it nearly paid off. But great defense. I think F2 got 4 in the end there. Great use of stickies, literally getting the 2k, and then another 2 cleanup kills and holding on to that point. And I presume we're going to go back to pretty much the same situation since both medics died there.
Yeah, this is a sideshow golden cap, you know, no time limit. Holding middle does not win you any points, does not win you the round, does not win you the map. It's neck and neck in terms of Ubers here. Both teams on the cookie cutter class formation.
All the way back at enemy 2 resupply.
Oh,
just backing out. I was like, I don't quite know why. If they knew he was this far back, they might as well just push.
Does he think he's on the wrong side of the map? Is he trying to? He's like, whoa, camping. Where's my team? Where's my team?
Guys, I can camp mid. All you need to do is get 2, and I've got mid wide open. He's going to run back to choke now. I think our stickies now ready. Hellbo's just taking his time.
He should back cap. He should definitely back cap.
What, mid?
Seriously? Yeah, because like, no, I mean Spire. Whenever they push, like, Lego can Uber and hold off for like at least 8 seconds with that charge. But Josh knows there's someone behind. He's looking here for this scout.
Yeah, he took something. He was in a bit of a skirmish on the way out. He just kind of stayed alive by running behind. But the Uber's going to be traded here. Heads are Uber soldiers are bashed together. No one's really going to gain anything, but here comes Hellboy from behind. Ronnie! He's going to get Rusty. Going to drop down onto the medic, down to 4 HP. Solentus arrives just in the nick of time to save Pablo. And it actually turns into a bit of a 4v4, but Ironbeat just goes down. Josh and Ironbeat were still fighting last. Wow, Solentus had to drop back to save his medic. And that's just going to make the defense all the more easy for Lego. And I think they're going to go for a push despite being 2 down. F2's having a peek through that front door, but it's going to be difficult, especially with Rusty sticky and that up and the soldier already on the high ground. Crizzle's having a look as well, but Lego maybe just content to stay. They don't actually have an Uber advantage since Hellberg couldn't get the 2k. Are they just moving to forward lobby? I'm not quite sure what's going on here. I think it's just maybe just a Roma peeking. They're toying with the idea of a push out.
Yep, the blue team moving forward now. Combo coming up lobby, but already their flank is taking control of that top lobby. They can see it's clear, but if they could see what I'd see, they would know there's 4 stickies covering that top entrance from F2. And if that Uber doesn't come in just in the nick of time, Solentis might die. He hasn't even checked, he hasn't even looked up there.
He's waiting for the medic pick. Josh is actually going to go down, I think trying to come in through bottom left. And I don't think Lego are going to want to push off that 1-person advantage, or are they? Zen's thinking about it. But no, they just want to slow it down and hold more, and no off-class coming out either, so we're just going to see a bit of a stalemate. Solentus even stopping to type in chat, "Are you ready to rumble?" But it looks like neither team's ready to rumble right now, because everyone's just holding. They're actually going to force an opening pick. There we go. Hellberg goes down. They're going to come in, send a soldier in to try and force Dr. Phil avoids it. Celeste's going to walk in. Phil's on down to 20 HP. Soldier's out with... He's got no ammo, so he can't be Ubered. Celeste runs out of rockets and has to pull out his equalizer, so he can't be Ubered. Pablo's Uber is wasted. They lose two players in the end there. And a bit of a goof there, really. HKN just to push and run out of rockets.
Man, credit to Dr. Phil there. He held on to that Uber like a boss. He was just thinking it with a suicide wave, but eventually when that Uber came in, he did pop his own, but he was down like 20 health there. Iron B's going for last, but he's going to find Natural hiding up on the rim there, who deals with him fairly expertly. Josh is in deep here, though. He doesn't realise Dr. Phil's behind him.
Oh, here comes Rusty
with that Uber song.
Yeah, Scout and Rusty, 3 main Scout's going to run up to a point, they're going to knock him to drop down in time. HKN just punished that sort of a messy push out now from Lego. And take the map here as well to give him a 5-1 scoreline overall. Unfortunately, it's still not enough to overthrow Lego at the top of Div 1. But they will have secured themselves the match against Cool Clan for the Prem spot next season.
Ooh. Yeah, terrified. I'm just taking a look at the logs here for that golden cap as well. Salenti's top damage, top fragging, almost. Well, it was so close there. That was a bit of an anticlimax for me, to be honest. But Hellberg,
kills each,
8 deaths, 2 frags. I think he sort of, whenever he died there, whenever they were trying to hold last right at the end, that was sort of the beginning of their terrible passage of play that ended up with them capitulating. But yeah, that
F2
is...
went 7-1 despite losing. But I guess that just shows the strength of Demoman defensively, really, because Lego spent pretty much that whole golden cap on their own last.
Theo's pasted it into Mumble there, a little chat snippet from the server. I close TF2, but Natural says, "Good luck in the Prem playoffs," and Salenti's replies, "Fuck you." I'm not sure if that's in jest or not.
Who knows? Yeah, I think it was on that defense as well. F2 actually got a 5-man according to logs. So F2 did his best. Shame about the rest of his team.
Imagine a world where there were no golden cap points. Hello Kitty Ninjas would just have won the would have just won Division 1, but it didn't happen that way. Because Lego took slightly longer to die, slightly longer to lose. I'm on my soapbox here, you know. There's a big thread going on ETF2L right now about potentially changing the division system, and that's one of the other issues as well. But I've always complained about the golden cap scoring system. Whatever, man. Whatever. This isn't TF2. This isn't competition. I'm disgusted. This is an outrage. Delete these VODs. This game never happened.
Are we going on strike? Strike! 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 Strike!
Seriously, I'm looking at the table right now, and
it's 1 point in it, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the scorer isn't in yet, but like Hello Kitty Ninjas had a golden cap win, which, you know, before that as well, which would have been another extra point. So yeah, that's, you know, the difference.
Yeah.
You might think these points don't mean anything, but they all add up, and it's just been the difference between winning and losing here in the ETF2L Season 19, powered by TT Esports Division 1. Lego going to go straight up to the Prem next season. Who knows, maybe they'll fold and reform under some other Danish name, Team Bacon or something. Not Lego. Sonny Black has said that they will not be allowed to play in Div 1 again, but it'll be interesting to see what happens in Prem next season. Like, a little bit of hype about Season 20. You might see a lot of big names return, some serious teams being formed with the intention of winning the supposedly larger prize pot. Who knows, CX? Do you believe the ETF2L hype?
Never. It's
Can't trust Permdilla.
I hope I hope these guys beat you, but it'll be interesting to see like lots of the new players here, like even some of the Lego players, like you talk about, like Zen, Hellberg, F2, Natural, have all kind of been in and around Prem before, especially F2. But like this Hello Kitty Ninjas team is pretty much a whole team of not quite unknowns. That's a little bit harsh, but you know what I mean. Like if they went to Prem, it would be everyone's debut.
Yeah, I wonder can we get somebody in here for interview? It would be interesting to hear what their plans are for next season. Let me check real quick. You tell me about your day, CX.
Oh, just really streamed, shouted at people on pickups on my Twitch channel, Martin and the Average Bear, as normal. Another standard day of shouting at people, trying to explain to low-div Europeans how Viaduct works. All in vain, but one day they'll understand. So I think Admirable's trying to work on interviews.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we get in, what are they called, HKN in here.
They're asking how many can go there. I'm going to say everyone.
All or nothing.
Natural wants to come as well. Yeah, we're definitely going to have interviews, so stay with us here on Team4Tress.tv. We will have interviews coming up. I'll take a minute to warn you all not to be clicking these links that are flying around on Steam Chat. A few high-profile players getting scammed there on Steam, having their accounts phished. I've seen like multiple messages. There's even a thread on ETF2L about it, but there's some new security risk out there, so be very wary about clicking on any unknown URLs. This one seems to have something about a screenshot or image in the title.
Well, isn't there?
You have to, it downloads a .scr file, which I think Windows thinks is a screensaver, so it tries to open automatically if you're not careful, and then your machine is compromised, or at least your Steam account. I know Rock fell victim to it. Land champion.
Raptor XX as well.
Nutzen, who else?
Hitman. Fell for it.